back. I hope you enjoyed last night's premiere on YouTube with LJS Official. He's dope. He's super dope. But tonight we're going to Canada and we're going to Toronto. And so we're gonna talk to the Canadian rapper Mr. Do. And so he's prefaced as the Sixes under God, aka Mr. Do. And we're going to talk a little bit about how he has popped off 2023 with his new single and video release feature, We Goin' Rise. And he is featured on We're Going Rise with Chief Recca. And so I cannot wait. I cannot wait to have this conversation because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll wait for him to come aboard and then we'll tune in and we're going to get it rocking and rolling. What's up, Dominique? What it do? Thanks, Dominique. Thanks for the badge. And guys, while you're at it, go over and follow Don P Live, follow Corporate Compositions. Make sure you tap in. He has a lot of different things going on, so I definitely want you to tap in and let's turn it up. So guys, we are getting ready to crank it up a little bit. Mr. Do is on the way and I can't wait to talk to him. You know, it's so interesting how we meet people and you know, we often think we know people just because, you know, we see them on TV or we see them on Instagram. But the reality is that it's so fun when you meet people and your spirits connect and align in such a way that you have nothing to do but fall in love with them and not in a romantic sense, but truly in a social sense. And so, Mr. Do has an infectious personality and I cannot wait for you guys to, chat with him and jump in this conversation. And so we're going to bring Mr. Do. What it do? Yes,
Hi, Lily Mae.
hey, baby, what's up?
Not too much. How are you?
I am doing amazing and even better now that you're here. Oh my God. So look. let's just jump right in. Introduce yourself, and then let's just really have a conscious conversation about how inspiring you are with every single video and stage performance.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks for having me, Lily Mae. My name is Mr. Do, also known as the Sixes Under God. I'm just excited to be here.
All right, so look, first and foremost, Canada. How would you compare it to music everywhere else? Like, how would you compare the music scene to what you see or what you perceive it to be in the US and even the UK? Because music is popping off in the UK.
Oh, it sure is. No, and you know what, you're right. Um, there's a lot of similarities, but I think the difference is the sound. I find
Okay.
like because there is like Canada's so super diverse.
Mhm.
Um, I'm from Toronto, and Toronto's like a big city. We have like the GTA, which is I think somewhere in the 4 or 5 million. Um,
Okay.
so being that diverse, you pick up a little things like I'm Chinese Jamaican, so like I've had friends that hung out with me who like probably picked up on my accent, or I've picked up on my Latino friends' accent, or
Yes.
that's what I think the difference is like not to say that people in the States don't have it as well, but
Okay.
I find that the music in the States is more of a collective as opposed to when in Canada you can find so many different diverse artists. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
You can get a black guy that does country. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, yes. Wow. So, guys, first and foremost, make sure you share the live. Make sure you're following Mr. Do and myself. And if there are other creatives under the sound of my voice, drop your IG,
man,
drop your names, shoot me a DM and say, hey, Lily Mae, I'm a creative and I deserve an interview. And you know that everybody is welcome here. There are no big eyes and no little U's. So everybody's welcome. All right. So, Mr. Do, what made you decide, to even pursue a career in entertainment?
honestly, man, that's a very good question. Just based on the fact that there's been so many influences. I have
Mhm,
cousins in the industry, producers that are like in the industry,
mhm.
um, so a couple megastars to be honest as well. So I think it honestly runs in the blood. You know what I mean? Uh,
Oh, I like that.
and then growing up, I'm an '87 baby. Yesterday,
Okay, let's go 80s.
yesterday was my birthday, so that was pretty fun. And yeah, like my era, we got the old school hip hop, boom bap,
Uh-huh.
at the R&B, Maxwell, you know, uh,
Yes.
Sweat, like so that's like a lot of my influence. So like growing up seeing those guys and the way ladies would be like over them, you know what I mean? I'm like I want to be an artist. I want to be a music star, So I think yeah, I drew from a little bit of everywhere, but yeah, that's definitely how I came to be.
Wow. So we're going to pause for a minute. And everybody, I want you to stop what you're doing. And if you're watching, drop a happy birthday, sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
Everybody tell Mr. Do happy birthday. I don't care if it's belated, it's your birthday all month long. And your birthday coincides with MLK Jr.'s birthday. So you are amazing. So let's put it up,
Oh,
y'all. Let's put our hands
young
together.
kings all around. Young kings all around. I
Hey,
like
let's get it, baby.
that. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So this song, We Going Rise. Now, you're featured on this song, right?
Yes, I am.
So,
Yes.
okay. So what's the story behind this song?
So the story behind the song is, so I live in on the East Coast, which is still Canada, but it's like probably like a 2 hour flight from Toronto.
Wow.
Um, and so like COVID hit everybody. Whether
Absolutely.
Canada, US, China,
Hmm.
Brazil, I mean
Hmm.
it hit everybody. So with that being said, over the span of the 2 years, I know it's been longer, but
Yes,
like in
yes.
2 years, um, kind of just thinking and seeing how people were struggling. You know what I mean? And seeing how
Okay. Okay.
just like things that normally wouldn't happen are happening. You know what I mean? Like 12-year-olds going to rob gas stations, and you know, so
I know.
it was just like I was like, man, the world is actually changing, like crazy changing. And
Mhm.
so me and Chief decided to get together to be to be representatives. You know what I mean? Soldiers of the
Mhm,
people, to
mhm.
know that we're gonna rise from this. This is not something that the human race can't conquer. You know what I mean? We're pretty resilient, as I've said before. But like, we just want to make sure that the people know that we go,
Yes.
whatever you're going through, whatever you think your struggle is right now, you're gonna rise from it.
Yes, 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 yes. So, let's just talk about this. So, we had COVID, COVID hit. COVID touched all of our lives in some way,
Hmm.
whether it be positive or negative. But I think you spoke to something that we really need to address, and the fact that, you hear all these conversations about generational wealth, and I want to leave something for my kids, and I want to give my kids something that I never had. But Mr. Dude,
Yes.
do you find that we're not equipping these children with the things that they really need to thrive, like respect for authority, respect for self and for others? Like, I think that,
Agreed.
we going rise. To me, that's a testament to instilling the generational wealth in these babies that's not tangible.
Hmm. Amen. I honestly I agree, and like I feel like we have to be the ones to pave the way, because like we're the older heads now, and everybody coming up, when they're seeing
Tell me
this,
about it.
right? So when they're coming up, we have to make sure that we're steering them down a good path,
Indeed.
because we already went through the bad path. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
so paving the way for them is something that's always been a dream of mine, and I can't wait till I get to the point where I can actually give back and start mentoring younger artists and stuff as well, because
Indeed.
I would just love to be able to give back.
Well, and you can give back, and let's just go there. You can give back. Your give back is what you're doing. Your music is your give back. I think that we live in an age where social media and media period has us thinking that we're not giving back if we're not dropping 50,000 pairs of sneakers, or if we're not dropping millions of dollars. But the
Yeah,
reality is anybody can get these kids some money and some shoes, but time and wisdom from life experience, you are giving back, and you're giving back through your music. And I want you to hold it, own it, embrace it, and throw it back at them again, because that's what it
exactly.
is.
That's exactly what I'm going
Absolutely.
for. You know it.
So, all right, what strengths do you have that you believe make you a great artist?
Strengths. Probably being a father. Probably that's probably
Okay.
huge. My son's in college right now. I'm doing video production and motion media. So it's definitely a proud dad moment. He's back in
Congratulations.
thank you. So, the strengths for me, I think, are, like you said, being able to have wisdom first before being able to
Indeed.
impart it to others. So
Absolutely.
like over the years, in my music career, of a lot of knowledge that I've accumulated. So like, with him coming now, I always tell him, don't stray from what you know you're good at,
That's it.
because you
That's
never know
it.
who will see you. You never know what can come of it. You know what I mean? And so I think one of my strengths is my ambition, and like
Okay.
my drive to really just want to get to the top. And you know what I mean? It's not about fame for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's about giving back, like I said. And honestly, I want to be able to buy my mama a house, straight up.
Yes. And see, you know what's so interesting? And guys, if you're just checking in, it's consulting time with your girl Lily Mae. And this is Mr. Do. And Mr. Do is so significant and important to the culture because he is giving back. And the way that he's giving back is through his music, but he's also giving back by embracing tradition while giving a little, modern twist to it. Because I think that what we have to do is we have to get back to the basics. And like you said, we're 80s babies. We the
For sure.
old heads now. I often
Ain't broke,
talk
don't
to
fix it.
people. Listen, look, this arthritis be telling me I'm getting there. I'm getting there for real. But I talk to a lot of people, and it's sad the ignorance that I hear from people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. I mean, the sheer
True.
ignorance. And so it's scary because it's like, what is the next generation gonna really look like? Like, we're not, are gonna have anybody to take care of us?
What are they gonna sound like?
Whew, baby, honey,
Right?
I
So
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared because like you have children. I don't have children, but I have nieces and nephews that are my babies, and I love them. And I look around and I see how different they are compared to their little 5, 6, and 7 year old peers because they grew up around older folks. They grew up with a real
exactly.
grandmother. And it's
Yeah.
just like, I don't want them playing with those kids. And you don't want to be like that, but you almost have to.
You almost have to. It's true. It's true.
So, all right, Mr. Dude, what suggestions do you have for other creatives to kind of, I don't want to say change, but to transform the messages in their music so that it's more positive for these children?
That's a great question. And it's funny because like I'm an old school head too, and I've been listening to a lot, like just kind of getting back into like the boom bap. As Chief Recca, he's
Yeah,
the artist on that song, and he's a huge boom bap artist from Toronto, and so like
indeed.
it's just delivery. It's like what I draw from when I'm rapping is literally my life. You know what I mean? And it's not like it to tell people, hey, go and do this because this is what you're gonna get out of it. It's know what you're doing, pick your battles. You know what I mean? And
Yes, yes.
if you do keep the positive energy, because I'm a positive vibes roller, and if you keep it, that will definitely carry you to where you need to be. Persistence gets you there, and consistency will keep you there, 100%.
Guys, you better commit that to memory. You got to be persistent. You got to be consistent, but also you got to be true to you. True to you, and not true to the you that you put on for social media. True to the you that you were bred to be.
That's
Indeed. All
like
right.
I picked up something the other day as well, where I think it also applies to me. Where like I don't make music for you guys, and it's not to sound rude. I make music for me. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
and he was gonna listen. We are so aligned right now. Do you know I was gonna ask you, do you find yourself making music for yourself or for your fans? You guys, I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. I just can't make it up. Wow.
And if it's
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
absolutely. And
Absolutely.
and then when I see people enjoying that I've made the music for myself, then that means that okay, they're enjoying it too because I enjoyed making it, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
if I don't feel it, then how are they gonna feel it?
And listen, we got a shout out because I want to pin this comment. Mr. Do is amazing, not only as an artist, but he is an amazing friend. That
Oh, I
means a
love
lot. Like, oh my gosh, that means so
that.
much. Another comment, you are a great role model for the younger generation and relatable for our age. Babies, this is what it's about. It's consulting time is where you can come and you're free. You speak
Absolutely.
freely. You speak real conscious without fear of reproach. And so I
And I
love
appreciate
the fact
you use the
that you're
space.
here. I love the fact that you are so open and candid. And I just think it's amazing. Shout out to training with Moses. He's amazing creative as well, who have been featured right here on It's Consulting Time. So,
Awesome,
Mr.
yes.
Dew, what's the best piece of advice another creative has ever given to you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh,
I know, I
I'm gonna
know.
have to say probably like don't fall for the hype
Yes, sir.
because like you'll get people who are liking your post, and then as soon as you drop something and you're on TV, it's like they disappear, or you know what I mean. So like just don't fall for the hype. Just don't fall for the hype.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. Wow, guys, don't fall for the hype. So, Mr. Do is dropping all the jewels. And on It's Consulting Time, it's all about bringing you joy, jewels, and justice. And he is dropping the jewels. Persistence, consistence. Don't fall for the hype, baby.
Mm.
Now, let's have a little bit of fun. If you were an instrument,
Okay.
What would you be, and why would you be that instrument?
Ooh, that's a good question too. I'm gonna probably go with drums, because I did grow like I grew up in the church choir, so I sang lead, before, uh, you know,
Okay.
the, before the family dual jewels dropped and I couldn't hit the high notes no more. Uh,
Ooh, yeah, it get there. It get there. It get there.
um, I would say drums though, just because like I feel it brings out that aggression in me. Percussion,
Ooh, yes.
I like to hit you with that, you know,
Oh, hit him with the
you know how we do it.
Yes. So, we've talked about societal ills.
Hmm.
We've talked about the music, and we've talked about the message and the mission. Where do you think the state of the music industry lies?
Ah, that's a good one. That is a very good one. I think it lies where it lies, but it has potential to be great in the future. So we do have
Indeed.
like
Indeed.
artists that are coming up now that I think are gonna solidify that and keep that going.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so I think they're in good hands, but like
Okay.
currently what I'm hearing, I don't like it, to be honest. I need to hear what people are
I'm
saying.
with you.
I can't.
The mumbling. But
What's
you
up
know
with
what?
that?
But let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's be fair and say the majority of our new artists are not millennials. They are Gen Zers and this lost generation that I'm gonna call them.
Hmm.
And if you really think about it, we were taught to sit up straight, enunciate, and articulate what you're saying. We won't
Right.
like this all the time. We're the generation. And guys, millennials, if you're a millennial, check in right now. If you're a millennial, check in. I think the millennials you cut off around 94, 95. So if you
Yeah.
were born between 1980 and 1995, tap in because I want you to give your input. So if you think about it, we were the best of both worlds. We had typewriters and computers. So we
Hmm.
evolved from typewriters to computers to tablets to cell phones. We evolved from like two ways to flip phone, no, to the green Nokia, to a
Yeah.
flip phone that had a color screen with T9, to the
Yep.
Sidekick, to the BlackBerry, and now to iPhones and all this craziness. We played outside and we had to come in when the street lights came on.
Yep.
We were not allowed to talk back to people because your next door neighbor had just as much power as your mother. And if you
Hmm.
really think about it, Mr. Do, kids were not even getting abducted like that when we were kids. Why? Because we knew better. We knew not to talk to strangers. You knew who your neighbors were. Your teachers knew your parents. You understand what I'm saying? And so I really think that we can't give them a pass, but we got to educate them, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
Because
wow. And seeing payphones. Jamila said payphones. Do you remember
I
payphones?
do remember payphones actually. Yeah.
When you had to remember phone numbers.
Yeah. Or write them down, put it in your pocket, a little piece of paper.
And I know everybody's mother and grandmother had this little address book. I still have my mother's, and it's so raggedy. The page is falling out.
So true. So true. Oh, that brings back memories.
Yes, so it's amazing, guys. If you're just tapping in, Mr. Do and I are having an amazing conscious conversation, just not just about the music, because guys, here on It's Consulting Time, it's all about the creatives, it's all about the innovators and the leaders. But the best part of this show is that we're here for joy, jewels, and justice. And the joy comes from the energy through the conversation. The jewels come from the information and education that you are provided with. And the justice comes when you leave this platform and you go out there in the world and you go ye therefore and teach. And that's what we're here for. Go ye
Right.
therefore and teach, right? That's what we have to do.
So that's it.
Yeah. So, Mr. Do, what's coming? What's forthcoming? What are you working on? What do we need to look forward to in the months to come?
2023. I'm running out the gate. Signed my first PR deal, which was pretty crazy. So I'm getting like press releases coming out, which is awesome. I'm getting interviews with you,
Yes.
which is amazing. So thanks again for having me. I have a song called
Absolutely.
My Side coming out on the 27th.
All right.
Um, with Chief Recca. We're coming up with that. Actually, once we're done here, I have to make a little insert video for him and send it to him so he can get a little snippet ready
Okay.
for us.
Okay.
Party Vibe that came out yesterday, dropped for my
Uh-huh.
birthday. So if you guys haven't heard that yet, go check it out. It's on Spotify. It's on
Yeah.
and it's on YouTube as well, I believe. And so like yeah, I got visuals coming for you guys this year. A lot more visuals. I feel like I've been slacking a little bit on that. But it's also tough when you're a dad and you can't just pick up somebody and be like, hey, film this for me.
That's it. That's it. That's
you know.
it.
So yeah, I'm just gonna be a lot more, not even a little bit, a lot more organized this year. A lot more visuals for you guys. And yeah, we're gonna have a nice ride this year.
And
No,
Chief Recca just
shout out to
tapped
Chief.
in. Chief Recca just tapped in. So this is what we gonna do. Guys, Mr. Do is he. Chief Recca just tapped in. I normally don't do this, but Chief Recca, just because you just tapped in and we've been talking about you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you to say hello to the people. Let me
Yes,
bring
sir.
Chief Recca on just so he can shout out to the people. He's saluting you, Mr. Do. Chief Recca, come on. Say hello to the people, and then we'll get prepared to close out this evening.
Get in there, Chief V. And anybody who's following, please go follow Lily Mae right now. Go
Oh,
follow
thank
her.
you. Thank you. Absolutely. And any creatives, any activists, anybody under the sound of my voice, if you want to come over and let's just have a conversation, by all means, DM me and we can set it up. Chief Recca, what's up? How are
Yeah,
you?
what's poppin'?
So listen, thank you so much for bringing We Going Rise. We've been over here talking about it. We've been talking about, just the mission and the message behind the song. So I could not get off of here with Mr. Do without saluting you and thanking you for supporting the music, supporting the real culture. Because this
Uh,
stuff that these people calling the culture, it is not the culture that I come from. But the culture
hey,
that you
hey.
guys are talking about, that's the culture that we all come from.
No problem. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Salute. We gotta stay repping for that boom bap, for that hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not just all about blasting everybody all day. You know what I mean?
It's not.
You
True.
gotta give them the good, the
Facts.
bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's the culture. You know what I'm saying? And yo,
Yes.
no
Shout out
doubt,
to
big
Chief
up to
Vic.
Mr. Do. He's been pushing the track. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, Mr. Grinch. You know what I'm saying? He
Shout
produced
out to
that
Grinch.
fire beat. I got
Yes,
some more
sir.
fire coming with that. But yo, I appreciate you. I just wanted to pop on.
Oh,
I didn't want to take up too much
no,
everybody's
it's
time, but I
all
know y'all
right.
invited me up, so
We believe in giving credit to whom credit is due. And
Absolutely.
please understand, Chief Record, you are up next. So when we get off of here, you make sure you drop that email in the DM so we can bring you on and give you a proper salute and honor you as a creator that is supporting the culture.
thank you. I truly
Absolutely.
appreciate
Salute, Chief.
that. Enough
You already
respect.
know.
Peace and love. Yes.
I feel nice today. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So y'all was talking about the track, huh?
We definitely did. We definitely did. And you know what's interesting? So, Mr. Dude gave us his synopsis of the story behind the track. But you tell us, what's the story from your point of view behind the track? What's the story behind it?
So, I know I didn't get to see his, so now I gotta make up a whole thing and hope that it falls in line,
Ah,
huh?
yeah.
At least, yo, this is how real I am. I keep to the buck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Indeed.
so with the idea of We Gon' Rise, especially like when you get to like the hook part, you know, um, I feel like everybody's mood was kind of down for a minute.
Okay, okay.
I feel like us as a community, you know what I'm saying, and the hip hop, and I feel like I feel like we, on some level, we be pulling each other down too, right? But I feel like it's time to change that. I feel like
Yes,
it's time
yes,
to excel to another level and
yes.
rise out of this pit that we're falling
Mm-hmm,
into
mm-hmm.
constantly, right? So that's why
Indeed.
I kind of encompassed where I'm from and kind of, stretched out the map a little bit to include. That's why I was like from East Coast to TO going to beast mode, you know what I mean? Because everybody,
Yes,
everybody's
yes.
losing it right now,
Yeah.
Indeed.
but we got to
Guys,
rise out
listen,
of it. It's a
this is
it's a new era
amazing.
for us right now.
This is utterly amazing. And listen, we salute the both of you. You know, Chief Recca, thank you so much for coming on to salute Mr. Do. Mr. Do, thank you so much. Shout out to Sasha Stokes for just making
Absolutely.
this possible. You
No doubt.
know, guys, don't forget, follow Chief Recca. Follow Mr. Do. Y'all follow me. And if you need something, make sure you DM me. You know, we have to connect and we have to connect like we used to connect. You know, I'm
Lily
all for
May
the
said it
Instagram,
the
I'm
same
all
way.
for the social media, but pick up the phone and call somebody. Have a conversation because that's how you learn to effectively communicate. But I'm trying to tell you, we coming to Canada. We gonna come make something pop, make something shake, because we have to kind of forge and merge the relationships
Absolutely.
between the countries and the cultures. So, guys,
Got it.
thank you so, so, so much for being with me this evening. Everybody that's watching, make sure you
Shout out to
follow,
everybody
follow,
in the live.
follow, follow, share, like, repost. And do you guys have any final words for the viewers?
Mr.
Uh,
Do, this is you, bro.
shout out to
I'll
Chief
follow
for having
after.
shout out to Chief for having me. Shout out to Lily Mae for letting me on the platform here to express again, the culture and keep it real. You know what I mean? Lily Mae is one of the realest. I want y'all to know that. And I love everybody for tapping in. Again, if you guys have anything on my side as well, if you need features, if you need anything, tap in with me, tap in with Chief. We're real like that as well. So shout out to my mama. There's only one. I love you.
Hey,
Um,
mama.
Shout out to my wifey, Kat. I love you, baby. I'll see you soon.
Hey,
Yeah.
wifey.
And yeah, shout out to my family and friends, everybody who's been supporting. I love y'all.
Absolutely.
No
Chief
doubt.
Rocker, you up?
Yeah, big yo. I just want to say, thank you, Lily, for giving this interview to my bro, Mr. Do, and thank you for, giving me these flowers in this short time, and even extending your hand to make those connections. I be in and out in New York, Toronto, so I stay connected between Canada, America, Europe. So I love that somebody else want to keep this, you know what I mean, this circle
That's
going
right.
too. And I want to big up in the chat. I see my guy Jokes Diamonds there, Back Block
Jokes,
Music
love
Group.
jokes.
That's my label from out in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Um,
Shout
and
out Back
everybody in
Block
the
too as
chat,
well.
Mr. Do, salute. We got bangers on deck. We got a lot of different music coming.
yes,
You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I gotta say. Shout out to hip hop. Salute to you. Thank
Absolutely.
you
Shout out
very
to the
much.
culture.
Big up to y'all.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna rise. Go
absolutely.
check it out. There's more
It's on
stuff
most of our
coming in
music.
in, in,
Yep.
in like a week. So
Oh,
it's
in a
gonna, we're
week.
gonna
Oh,
be
I'm
keeping
ready. I'm ready for the. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go.
uh, salute.
Guys, thank you
Thanks,
so much.
man.
Guys,
Love
if you missed tonight, you missed a hell of a treat. Mr. Do, brought some power packed jewels, and then Chief Recca came on with his large energy and talked to you a little bit more about We Going Rise. Guys, it's consulting time with your girl Lily Mae. We had a spectacular time tonight, and if you did not tune in earlier, you missed all the joy, jewels, and justice. Baby, we out.